Just keep your elbows down. I am hugging this. I am literally hugging this into a ball of clay so it's nice and smooth and symmetrical. Now how I'm doing that. My right hand, I'm right-handed, lefties, you're over here, righties, you're over here. But with my right hand, I'm using the palm of my hand. My right hand is my centering hand. So I'm coming in and I'm applying a lot of pressure with my right hand to keep that clay into a nice circle. What my left hand does is keeps that clay down on the bat. If I just kept pushing with one hand, that clay is just gonna fall off. So my left hand actually keeps it down. You can push so hard with your right hand, but you have to apply that same amount of pressure with the left hand to keep it down, to keep it into a ball of clay. That's what I'm doing when I'm centering. So always water, always touching your clay when the wheel is spinning. And so I just described what I'm doing with my hands, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm pushing really hard with my right hand. I'm keeping that clay down with my left hand. And you can see exactly where I said I'm pushing with the palm of my hand. This has a lot of slip piled up, but that's same place, palm of your hand, okay? So that's what I'm doing. I'm keep hugging and I'm squeezing it until my hands are just like gliding along. My hands aren't moving, they're not shifting or anything. I also, you guys saw all of that clay I trimmed off at the end, you know, along the bottom. You can get rid of some of that now. When you guys are going and centering, there's like clay spreading out on the bat, so why don't you go and scoop and get rid of it now? So I feel like it's centered. My hands aren't moving around. You know, I'm hugging this, I'm applying some pressure, and my hands aren't moving. So I can just scoop that clay off the bat now. I'm just using my fingertips. I'm on the right-hand side because I'm right-handed. So I'm just like supporting both hands and I'm just scooping that clay. Now I don't have a ton of clay I will have to trim later. All right, guys, so opening. You are hugging your ball of clay when you're opening because you want your two thumbs to go straight down in the center. If they don't go down right in the middle of your project, then you're gonna have one side that's thicker than the other when you guys are opening it and pulling it. So the reason why you're hugging this, you just have more control. You know where you can eyeball the center where your thumbs are. So I'm just hugging, I'm not applying much pressure. And I'm eyeballing the center with my thumbs right now. And I'm keeping my thumbs together and I'm just creating a crater. Just created a crater, just eyeballed the center. I'm gonna get some water in that crater because the clay got sticky. So I'm hugging, got my thumbs together, and all you're doing is forcing both your thumbs straight down towards the bat. You can guesstimate, you can see how far your thumbs are down compared to how big your project is. So that is opening. I'm done, I kept my thumbs together. Like I said, if your thumbs were separated, you would have some weird mountain growing in the middle, and what are you gonna do with that clay? So keep your thumbs together. And I stayed about half an inch away from the bat. I didn't want to put a hole all the way down. All right, guys, so pulling. You're always starting down at the bottom and you're scooping that clay up towards your face. You're applying the same amount of pressure with your left hand as you are with your right hand. Even lefties, you're still applying the same amount of pressure with both hands. The reason why you're doing that is you want that clay to come up straight towards your face. All you're doing when you're pulling is thinning the walls out. That is too thick. I need to get that thinner, you know, I need to get it thinner so I can make a vase, make a mug, make a bowl, okay? So I always start down at the bottom. I'm gonna apply pressure with my left hand and my right hand into this wall. And I have a little pressure. Now I can slowly move up towards my face. Slowly, when I get up towards the lip, I gently let go and I start over. So I apply a little pressure, slowly move up towards my face, and I slowly let go, okay? I'm gonna use a sponge. I like a sponge on the outside. So, left hand on the inside, right hand on the outside. Got a little pressure, and I'm gonna slowly pull it up towards my face. Sorry, I got a weird hard piece of clay in here, but I'll show you how to fix that. So still keep pulling. This unevenness, I have like a hard piece of clay in there and it has nowhere else to go but up because I'm pulling it up, so I'll show you guys how to trim that. I'm gonna get it just a little bit thinner, so left hand applying a little pressure, right hand applying a little pressure, and then I'm scooping. I'm just gonna do one more pull so I can show you guys a couple more things. So I'm slowly pulling it up towards my face. Okay. Now, this little thing that happens, if you guys have an area that's thicker than another side, that clay has nowhere else to go but up. I have this hard piece of clay in here, so it shoved all that clay up. But really easy to trim off. You guys want to use this wire tool. And you just want to work with like a little area of that wire, okay? Little area of that wire, and since I'm right-handed, I'm going to come down on the right-hand side and hold it still and just let it glide and shave off the top that's uneven. So, I'm going to come down slowly. I'm going to hold that wire tool still. Get rid of that. All right, so a couple more things that you guys can do. I'm going to get the water that's sitting in there out, okay? If you guys want to like really fatten out an area, you want one of those like traditional round soup bowls or coffee mugs. You guys are on the right-hand side. I'm right-handed. Lefties, you're over here. Now, what you guys are doing is supporting. My right hand is just supporting the outside. My left hand is gonna apply pressure. What I'm doing, I'm folding the clay into the palm of my hand. So support and pressure on the inside. So I'm gonna get some water on there. I want this specific area right here to kind of get a little wider, a little fatter. So that's where the palm of my hand is gonna rest. And that's where I'm gonna apply pressure. I'm slowly applying a little pressure, and then I can slowly let go. You see that little area? I can move up. I can do another area. If I have an area that is too open, too fat, you guys can tighten it up. So you guys can hug. Left hand side, right hand side, and I'm just slowly hugging and squeezing. Changing the shape of that. The first thing you have to do is make a cylinder. You have to make a cylinder. You just have to pull and get a cylinder, get the walls thin, and then you can manipulate and mess around with the shape of this. You can keep opening it. This is the part that you should try to stressing it out. I can open this up into a bowl. So support, hand on the inside, and I can fold this out into my hand. So you guys see how it's that oval shape right now? When you guys slowly let go of your clay project, it will go back into a circle. You slowly apply pressure, you slowly let go. So I can keep, supporting, and I can keep folding into my hand, seeing how far I can stress the clay out. So I'm always going in slow. If I want to tighten an area back up, I'm holding it, I'm hugging it, and I'm slowly squeezing it. And it's that weird little like oval shape again. It looks like little ripples, but when I go to slowly let go, it'll go back to being symmetrical. So, tall little skinny cylinder, you can manipulate it and have fun, turn it into a vase. Try fattening out an area, try tightening up an area, try folding it out into a bowl, okay? So just last but not least, get the water out, get all the slip, water off. If water sits on this overnight, it might turn it into slip, so we don't want that. So I got the water off, got my wood modeling tool somewhere, wood modeling tool. I'm gonna scoop some of that foot away. Okay, just using that flat curved end. I was scooping it along the project, and then I cleaned off the bat with it too. And then last but not least, if it's something that I want to keep, I need to just not get clay in my face. Keep the wire tool pulled tight, keep it down on the bat, and just pull towards yourself. All I was doing was removing it. I can pick this entire bat up. I can just drape plastic over it. I can pick this up when it's leather hard. You can carve into it when it's leather hard. You can score and slip pieces onto it when it's leather hard, anything like that at all, okay? So, just a quick little review. Foot pedal, speed, right? Speed all the way down, goes really fast, a little less. You guys can go slow. You guys can make the wheel go really slow. You saw how slow I was moving, slowly going in, slowly letting go. So it doesn't matter how slow or fast the wheel's going, you and your hands just go slow, okay? On and off switch, changing it for a left-handed person, right-handed person. So clockwise for lefties. Lefties, you'll be over here, okay? Righties, you can switch the switch and work on the right-hand side over here, and you want it counterclockwise, okay? You always want a ton of water. You saw the tools that I used, the rib. You can always use the rib on the inside to kind of fatten it up. You can use the rib on the outside to get it nice and smooth. Wood modeling tool is essential for cleaning up the foot. You guys need a wire tool to remove it and anything like that. So the very first thing is centering. You are hugging this and squeezing it. You're keeping your elbows down. You're getting a perfect little ball of clay. And opening is literally just a hole in your project. It's just a hole, no more. When you guys are done with that hand position, if you keep your hands in that position for too long, the clay is just gonna stretch out in a way you don't want it to stretch out. You need to pull it up first to get it thin. And that's your last step, is pulling. So if you guys want to, I would like metamorphosis to be done by spring break. But that means that everyone's kind of got to get started tomorrow, and that leaves only a week and a half with wet clay. So here's what I'm thinking. People that want to really try the wheel and think they're going to do a wheel project, I only saw like a few hands go up. So I have 6 wheels. So 6 people could definitely be on it for the next week and a half, or you guys can rotate. If you want to get started, definitely try the wheel tomorrow. If you guys are ready to go with a metamorphosis idea and you're hand building out there, go, get started, hand build. Work up until the 23rd, which is that Friday before spring break. If we need that time when you guys come back, you guys are back like on a Wednesday, so that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe we just make it like, oh, do we need to finish our metamorphosis project? Do you guys just want to glaze? So those few weird days could just be finishing up this project, or glazing. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So if you guys are definitely gonna have a wet clay project you're wrapping up over spring break, touch base with me next week and I'll tell you like how to wrap it up to keep it good and leather hard over spring break. Metamorphosis, guys, make whatever the heck you want to make. I just metamorphosized a ball of clay into this symmetrical bowl very quickly. You guys have fun. Make whatever you guys want to with this project. You guys are always more than welcome to make multiple. So if you need to make a couple pieces to show that transformation occur over time, go for it. Have fun. Do you guys have any questions about the wheel? Please hop on here tomorrow if you guys want to. The last thing I want to show you is the quickest and easiest way to clean up. Turn your wheel off, put the bat in the cabinet with a bag over it. I have extra storage, put a bag over it, okay? I throw all my tools in here. I take the bowl, I go clean everything, and then they just kind of stay out here, so just clean them, put them back. These guys are really easy. These little knobs, there's a little knob here, there's a little knob here, okay? If you guys push down and back, this little knob is attached to this smaller piece. Sorry, I'm like inhaling hair and I'm getting clay in my face, but this little smaller piece comes off. I put the water in there. This bigger one slides off. I put the water. If you guys have any of that slop, there's literally a bin back there that says slop. Put slop in, water down the sink. So this is what I do. I kind of just like pile up my parts of the wheel and I pile up my bowl and I go clean. And then when I come back, I bring like a big sponge back with me and I just sponge this off real quick. And then you have to put these back on opposite. So big one on first, slides until it doesn't slide anymore. Little guy has little holes, so it just kind of hooks and snaps under. And that's it. So really, like, I put everything in that bowl, I go clean it, I bring everything with me, I clean it, and then I just bring everything back, and that's like the quickest way to clean this up. Sound good? Any questions? Cool. People that want to hop on the wheel tomorrow, I'll be here. I'll be here to help you, okay? Get started, all of that good stuff. You guys can rotate, you can have a group of friends on the wheel with you and help each other out all